I don't know where to start with this video, but I do know that I want to pick out what books I want to read in January, so that's what we're gonna do. Hello and welcome to the Ellen Made Book Club. I am impatient. I think I want next year to come already, although I do want to have some time off over Christmas and things, which is also another reason why I'm filming this a little bit ahead of time, so that I can relax and not have to worry about having a video. Anyways, I am hosting the Diversity Book Bingo in 2026, which you are more than welcome to join if you want. I will leave the announcement video in the description. I also want to probably do the Buzzword challenge by Kayla at Books and Lala, but she hasn't posted that yet. And I also want to do the Read Good challenge by Ben at Ben Reads Good, and he also hasn't posted any of that yet. Leandra, on the other hand, the TBR 0, she is always very organized and does things ahead of time, which I very much appreciate. She's doing a TBR-a-thon event, which is a lot of different things. You can do it for a weekend or in January or for the whole year, and there are 3 different ways to participate, and it's all very confusing to me, but she has again done a very good job of like putting everything together, and there are graphics and lots of instructions and things and badges. I'm a little bit overwhelmed by all of that right now, and so I think I'm gonna just play the little board game that she has with prompts on it, and then I also want to like play my Diversity Book Bingo and like randomize that a little bit. And the board that I'm doing is going to be the one with 36 squares, and so that is a 6x6 board, and so dice work perfectly for that. So I'm gonna use some dice today, and we're gonna pick books for my Diversity Book Bingo and like what to read for that, and then maybe a couple of extra with the Lost in the Library thing by Leandra. And I would ideally like to know what the buzzwords and the Read Good prompts are going to be, but I don't, and I want to do this now. So we're just going to do it now and try it out and see how it goes. I think I should start with my choices for the Diversity Book Bingo, and I just got a little bit nervous. It's been a while since I did anything random. Oh, and there's also the reading spa thing, which I just think sounds like a fantastic idea. It's just 1 book a month, and you do this little quiz, like in a magazine. You do yes and no questions, and then that leads you to a final prompt, and then you use that prompt to pick your book. I saw the announcement video for this on Carrie's channel, Carrie Books, and the event is also hosted by Jen at Jen the Librarian Reads. Maybe let's start with that one, because that kind of asks a question about like how you're feeling at the moment and what you should be reading based off of that. Okay, so January says, how are you feeling about your reading at the start of the year? Excited for all of the new discoveries, curious and open-minded, or unsure where to start? And I kind of wish there was, you know, a D option for all of the above, but I think I'm gonna go with the top one, excited for all the new discoveries, because that's truly how I feel in this moment. Okay, then we get to the next question, which is, do you enjoy the buzz of hyped books? I don't think I do. I think it usually puts me off, or like it makes me hesitant to read the book, because yeah, all of the hype around it just makes me skeptical. So I'm gonna go with no. So then my prompt is, read the last book you bought or were gifted. So that means I get to pick a book from my last book haul video that I did. I'm gonna keep this in mind for later, because I might be able to combine it with the Diversity Book Bingo prompts, and so yeah, we'll see. We'll do the Diversity Book Bingo next, and then we can probably combine them. What's happening? Stop. Stop it. That was crazy. Okay, so let's move on to picking the prompts from the Diversity Book Bingo. I'm gonna pick 3 because there are 36 prompts on the board and there are 12 months in the year, and so I figure I should be reading or like fulfilling 3 prompts a month on average. I'm gonna roll 2 dice for each prompt, and that will give me the coordinates for the bingo board. And since there are 2 dice, it will give me 2 options for prompts. So like if I get a 1 and a 6 on the dice, that can give me 1 6 or 6 1 on the bingo board, and then I can choose which of the prompts I want to go with, and I'm going to do that 3 times. Okay, a 6 and a 2, and that gives me either 6 2, which is personal goal, or 2-6, which would be migration. These are interesting options. So the prompt personal goal can be a reading goal, which I haven't really set mine for the next year, and like the Buzzword challenge or the Read Good challenge could count for this prompt. Like picking a book for any of those challenges would be a personal goal of mine to fulfill. But I don't know what those prompts are yet. It could also be something not related to reading at all. Like maybe you're wanting to start a business or learn more about health or something, and so you could read a book about that. I do have a goal to find out what my reading taste in fantasy is. So I could pick Blood Over Bright Haven for this one. I also have a personal goal to read James by Percival Everett. And that might not sound like much of a goal. I tried the audiobook and was very confused by the songs in the beginning, and like because I didn't have any pages to flip through, so I didn't know how long that was going to go on for. But now I have a physical copy of it, and so maybe this could be an option. And then the other option I have for a prompt is migration, which I do have really good options for, but I'm not sure I want to start my year off with that prompt. I think I'm gonna try to pick some more like lighthearted things, maybe something a little bit more challenging, but like I want to ease into 2026 in terms of my reading. I think I'm gonna go with James by Percival Everett for this prompt, and the personal goal that I have is just to read this book. 2 and 5 gives me either 2-5, which is going to be Lock and Key, or 5-2, which is going to be local geography. My options for Lock and Key are a little bit more lighthearted, so maybe I should go with one of those. I have My Husband's Wife by Alice Feeney that comes out in January, and I've never tried any of her books, but I think the concept for this one sounds interesting, so maybe I will do that one. The other one is The Ones We Love by Snoekstra, which is an author from Australia. I know that book is available at my library, so I could get that one from there and maybe like try both of them and see which one I like the best. Let's go with that and do the third roll. So 3 and 4 gives me either 2026 release, which I don't think I want to use in January because there are releases coming out later in the year that I am more excited about and would like to put on this prompt. But then 3-4 gives me Buzzword, and like I don't know what those are yet. Maybe I should do that one and like we can see what I end up reading in the reading vlog that I do, hopefully. It also means that I don't know what I'm gonna read, which is a bit annoying. Like I'm doing this video to find out what I'm gonna read and then I don't know that yet. I guess I'm doing that one. That's so annoying. Okay, we're going with Buzzword and we'll have to see what that ends up being. Let's leave that there for now and move on to the game that Leandra created, which is Lost in the Library. I'm gonna roll a die to determine how many rolls I'm gonna do on this game board. I'm hoping it's not too high of a number, but we will see. Okay, I think 3 is a good number. So this is the game board that Leandra created called Lost in the Library, and you just roll a die and you walk around on the board and get prompts. And you can choose whichever room to start in, and I decided to choose adult fiction because that is the first prompt, and I've already fulfilled that with James by Percival Everett, or like any of the other books that I end up choosing are probably going to be adult fiction. So we've got that covered, and now I'm going to roll 3 times and we'll see what other prompts we get. 3. So that means I can go either 1, 2, 3, 2026 goal, which I don't really have any of those yet, or I could go 1, 2, 3, which is TBR, so I guess that's any book from my TBR. 1, 2, 3, and that says move back to, so that would be immigrant or refugee MC. I think I'm gonna hold off on that for a little bit. 1, 2, 3, another one, 2026 goal. 1, 2, 3 is out of your comfort zone. I'm not doing that in January. 1, 2, 3 says renewal. Reread a book, read a previously read author, or visit your local library. I do have 2 books coming that are from authors that I have loved. I have The Axeman's Carnival by Chidgey coming soon in the mail, and then I also have The Mourning Necklace by Kate Foster coming, but I don't know if I'm gonna get that in January or if it's gonna take a little while. But I'm very excited to get to that one. So I guess I'm gonna choose The Mourning Necklace by Kate Foster and hope that it arrives in time. Roll number 2. 4. Okay, so a 4 could take us 1, 2, 3, 4. A queer author. 1, 2, 3, 4. AAPI author. 1, 2, 3, 4. Could be middle grade fiction. I could do 1, 2, 3, 4. Black author. I already have a couple maybe on my list. 1, 2, 3, 4. Read a debut. That could also be fun. There are so many fun books that I have to choose from. So I think I'm either going with a debut or AAPI author. I think I could do this one if I don't get to it before the end of 2025. This is a like speculative science fiction novel set in Australia, but I think the author is of Asian descent. Yes, Grace was born in Malaysia. So this could be an option for that. Another option that I'm very curious about is Confessions by Kanai Minato. This one is probably a little bit more like on the scarier side or like chilling. I also have The Midnight Shift out from the library by Cheon Seonran. She is a Korean author, so I guess I'm going with the AAPI author. This one is from the most recent book haul that I did, so that would fit with my reading spa prompt. But like I also feel like I should be reading The Midnight Shift just because I want to. Yes, let's do this one. Okay, roll number 3. A 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 20 minutes of booktube. That would be too easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Banned book. Not doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Book on the cover. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. New or old? I mean, I do have a lot of new books that I would like to read. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fast or slow? How am I supposed to know that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Young adult fiction. Do I have any young adult fiction? This one, The Maid and the Crocodile by Jordan Ifueko. That would be fun, and I need some kind of mix to this TBR, and I think this will be perfect. Okay, I have taken a moment to gather my thoughts and taken some notes, and I think I know what my TBR is looking like now. For the Diversity Book Bingo, the prompt was personal goal, and for that I'm going with James by Percival Everett. The next prompt was lock and key, which I never explained, but that is to read a book with a lock and or key in the title, on the cover, in the author's name, in the character's name, whatever, or just the vibe of the book. And for that I had 2 options. My Husband's Wife by Alice Feeney, which I will have an audiobook, but that doesn't come out until the 27th. My other option was The Ones We Love by Anna Snoekstra, but I realized that isn't actually set in Australia, so I wouldn't get a point for the Australia continent. So I think I'm going with My Husband's Wife, and I'm just gonna have to wait until it comes out. And then the third prompt for the Diversity Book Bingo is Buzzword, and I don't know what that's gonna be yet because that hasn't been announced yet, and I am very impatiently waiting for it, but yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. And then I have 3 prompts from the TBR-a-thon, The Lost in the Library board game by Leandra. The first one was Renewal, and I chose to interpret it as reading a book by an author I have read from before, and so I'm reading The Mourning Necklace by Kate Foster. The next prompt was to read a book by an AAPI author, and so I'm going with The Midnight Shift by Cheon Seonran, which is a vampire story. And then I somehow landed on young adult fiction, and for that I'm choosing The Maid and the Crocodile by Jordan Ifueko, fantasy. And then finally, to end where I started, which was with the reading spa prompt, to read a book, like the latest book that I either bought or received as a gift. And I would like to read a book that was gifted to me by Kat at Curious Cat. So I think I'm gonna go with The Harpy by Megan Hunter to have some variation. I want a short little book and this is about a woman, or like a married couple, and the man cheats on her, so they make a deal to stay together, but she can like punish him, but he doesn't know when or how. And I think that sounds really interesting. So this is going on my TBR as well for the reading spa prompt. So this pile plus the Mourning necklace, my husband's wife, and then a Buzzword book. That's too many books. That's like 7 books. But like, I'm not committing to reading all of these in January. I might not even get to the Mourning necklace or my husband's wife until like February, depending on when I get them. But I feel like that's a very good mix. I have some horror, some fantasy, some historical fiction, thrillers, literary fiction. Yeah, I'm very happy about this TBR, and I'm very excited for 2026 now. Stay tuned for any reading vlogs on the books that I read for the Diversity Book Bingo. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, so I just turned the camera off, and of course I checked my YouTube app, and of course the freaking Buzzword video is just posted 4 minutes ago. If you don't want to be spoiled for what the buzzwords are, you know, go watch the video and come back. I do have plenty of options for some of the prompts, and there were a couple of prompts that were very much like overlapping the prompts on the Diversity Book Bingo. So that was fun, and also make things, you know, a little easier for those of us who are doing both challenges this year. From the books that I have already picked out, I do think that the Mourning necklace has like a border around it, so that would work. The Maid and the Crocodile would work for the occupation prompt with the maid. James could work for the movement action. He is running in that little thing there. The Harpy could work for wings. I also found a book that I have out from the library right now, just like for fun. It's called No Escape by M.A. Bennett. This one has escape in the title, which is one of the prompts to do with the keyboard, like the keys on the keyboard in the title. It has escape. It also has a key on the cover, like in the doorway there, and it also has a skull, which would be a body part. I do have the Midnight Shift. That could work for the keyboard keys as well, couldn't it? Like the shift key? Yeah, I don't have this on my Diversity Book Bingo yet, but it would work for that, I think. Okay, I'm going with the Midnight Shift by Cheon Seonran for the shift key, the keyboard key in the title prompt for the Buzzword on the Diversity Book Bingo. This is very complicated. So my TBR doesn't change. It only means that the Midnight Shift can go on my Diversity Book Bingo board, which is good. That's officially the end of the video, and if you haven't checked out the Buzzword challenge announcement video yet, I will leave a link to that in the description so you can find out what the other buzzwords are for the Buzzword prompt on the bingo board, or if you just want to do the Buzzword challenge. Okay, bye. Body fluid. I do have skulls. I wasn't supposed to add anything. I mean, there's a hat.